Like, as much as Josh stole the show, and as much as this is a glorious moment for bad guys, it doesn't happen without Curtis Blaydes being a straight-up badass. And he was. In these fights, 9 out of 10 times, one guy concedes to the other, right? I mean, you're in there, you're in a battle for grappling and punching and kicking. Yeah, that's how it's presented, but it's really just a battle of wills. Curtis Blaydes never backed down, not 1 second did Curtis Blaydes back down. As a matter of fact, I could go even further with the praise on Curtis, because while Josh won the striking, and 99% of the fight was in the striking, there was still some wrestling, and Curtis won the wrestling part.
Josh Hokit, who I had no idea who he was until probably 2 or 3 days ago. I'm looking on YouTube, kind of looking for some UFC stuff, and I see this guy with a fucking American headband, and I'm seeing him, stuff him. He's going crazy at the press conference. And I was like, what the f***? This guy's... I was like entertained, but almost kind of secondhand embarrassment. I was like, it's kind of good, but it's also not. But it's like, all right, who the f*** is he? He's 30 pounds under, less than Curtis Blaydes, who Curtis Blaydes is legit experience, legit skill set, a legit heavyweight. And this Josh Hokit, let's see what he's about. I had no idea. Josh Hokit
now you do.
Is fighting on the White House card now. Jesus Christ.
This is what I mean when I say one fight can change the trajectory of your whole career. You have a fight like that, people are going to remember your name. And the fact that Josh Hokit went out there with that level of aggression and with that kind of style of fight, that's how you earn fans. And that's how you earn fans probably forever. It was an insane fight. Yes, absolutely. One of the greatest heavyweight fights that I have seen. It was one of those fights where you're like, there's no way. If you saw that in a movie again like that, that'd be like, nah, this is not realistic. There's no way that would happen. Well, no, it can't happen when you have guys like Curtis Blaydes and Josh Hokit throwing down like that. But absolutely insane. And, again, that's how you get these opportunities in this sport.
He did a great fight.
Yes.
I cannot lie. I think that was one of the best heavyweight fight I ever seen in my life. One of the best, if not the best. He just ran into a big guy and he did his thing. But he got 2 bonus. He got my performance bonus. I performed better than him. He got the fight of the night, but he got my bonus as well, the performance bonus. So he owed me $100K, and I'm gonna get this $100K on one way or other. I'm gonna make him pay me that $100K. If they know I didn't pay me, he gonna pay my $100K. So we have a beef right now. We have a problem, big problem, 100,000 problems.
It was fantastic. Simple as that. I absolutely loved this fight. It looked like Curtis Blaydes was going to be finished rather quickly because Hokit went at him like I thought he would, like a bat out of hell, and just swinging for the fences. But it was technical work, it was crisp work, it was beautiful work, it was calculated. There was some wrestling, but they kind of negated one another in that department. And then just when it looked like Curtis Blaydes was done, the man comes back, and you saw the fight. You know how it went. It was 15 minutes of back and forth madness. Curtis Blaydes had a fractured orbital, he had a broken nose, he was bust, he was bloodied, he was damaged, he was bruised. He showed a lot of heart, grit, and determination. He got a $100,000 bonus, so that's going to help him.
With the way that he was promoting himself, with the character he was playing, with all of the shebang, all of the shenanigans. But I guarantee you people gonna shut up. They gonna shut up now because you fight like that and you can fight like that. Guess what? You can do whatever you want to do to promote. You see how a lot of people weren't really giving you trash for when you was doing magic shows and everything, huh? You see how a lot of people weren't really doing that because you was able to go in there and do your thing, right? And can't nobody say nothing. And Josh Hokit, I believe his name, first name Josh. He went out there and he delivered.
I just think that so much credit needs to be given to Curtis Blaydes for him manning up and fighting that way. That's not normally how he gets down, right? If anything, the knock on him is that he's sometimes a little too controlling, doesn't open up as much, is able to take guys down. But in this fight, he wasn't able to do that. And he went toe to toe. And you could tell every ounce of that mother effer's soul did not want to lose to Hokit so badly. He wanted to defend his position and not let this trash talking, playing games guy beat him up. So I already had a lot of respect for Curtis Blaydes, and I've met him and talked to him obviously over the years many times. But after that fight, dude, you're a bad mother effer after that performance.
This fight was absolutely cinema, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not gonna lie to you, absolutely cinema. When homeboy kept doing this, flipping off Curtis Blaydes, I lost it. I absolutely lost it. This is the first time we see in a very long time, we see a villain versus the good guy, right? And one of the things that Josh did a very good job was he came across the distance, came across the void, threw beautiful 1-2. It kept hitting him in the equilibrium shot, right? Equilibrium shot right here. When you get hit here, you can block here. You get to go up here with the earbrush block. But when you're here, it's very hard to protect everything. But he kept getting hit here. And that's where you saw him lose his balance. His equilibrium was off. And he was having a hard time. Then he got his nose busted. But the thing that just made me keep on laughing was when he kept flipping homeboy off. He kept flipping him off like he owed him money.
Josh Hokit and Curtis Blaydes was the best heavyweight fight I have seen in a really long time. Josh Hokit can be crazy, he can be a bit annoying, but the way he fought tonight, you better respect him, right? Because he didn't have to fight Curtis Blaydes in that way. And I always say, for you to have a legendary night, for you to have a legendary performance, you need the right dance partner. Tonight, Curtis Blaydes was that dance partner for Josh Hokit, and ultimately, it earned him a fight on the White House card, because now he will turn right back around and fight Derek Lewis on the White House. This is a dream come true for a guy like Josh Hokit. It is huge for Derek Lewis to get the opportunity.
This dude legit walked his damn talk. I mean, you got to the point where even Daniel Cormier was saying it's the greatest heavyweight fight of all time. I mean, this fight right now, DC, your boy DC, he said, this is the greatest heavyweight fight of all time. And I don't disagree with him, man. I don't remember ever seeing a heavyweight fight. I don't remember ever seeing a entertaining heavyweight like that, like a fight like that, like ever.
Hokit can wrestle. Curtis Blaydes can wrestle. Neither guy decided to spend a lot of energy on wrestling, and they decided to stand and bang. I thought it was fucking fantastic. The whole thing was fantastic. Loved it. Loved every bit of it. So that, to me, I think they were the stars tonight. Hokit proved to himself, not just to himself, I think he proved to all the other people that were, even to me, that he's just not out there doing the cringe, trying to get the WWE bit. He proved he can fight.
Curtis Blaydes got hit early, and the whole complexion of the fight immediately changed. And Yanni the Greek and you and others certainly thought Hokit was live, and I think the jury's still out as to just who he is and how good he can be, but it is sort of an interesting juxtaposition. The theatrics during the week, Yoda, Greg Jackson, and Mike Winklejohn in his corner.
Yeah.
And now fighting Derek Lewis. But yes, historically, this fight is absolutely amazing, and Curtis Blaydes should be lauded for his toughness. And I do think that heavyweights just need a little bit more discipline in the first 30 seconds of a fight. I don't understand why they don't laterally move, or what's the point, right? Just 30 seconds, you know what I mean? To not be on wobbly legs, drunk driving 30 seconds into the fight.
But at the end of the day, just crazy. Really just, it was, if that was a video game, it would have short-circuited. It would have blew up. No, really, the kids playing those video games, on their iPads, and you could hit the guy with anything you want. You create whatever figure, and a kung fu guy, a karate guy, or whoever you want, and you're hitting with all kinds. They would have blew up. I mean, it would have started smoking. It was crazy. It really was. Even DC and Rogan said
they've never seen anything like it.
Josh Hokit, wow. We are Josh Hokit fans. This was, and I'm actually getting amped up for this now. This was, I don't care what anyone says, this was the greatest UFC fight of all time. I'm standing on that as well. Recency bias, maybe. There's never been a fight where not for a second I've been thinking, oh wow, this is a bit of a lull in the action. They went at it for 3 straight rounds. Non-stop at heavyweight. Name another fight that's considered one of the greatest fights of all time. Lawler versus McDonald. There were 3-minute periods where I was like, oh, they're kind of slowing down a bit here. You know? At the end of round 3, Rory was doing great against Lawler, and in a moment in round 4, they started trading again and going crazy, and they had the stare down in between the rounds, and then Rory puts him away. I don't know if it was 4 or 5. They were stinging each other with good shots, but never has there been a, oh my god, he's going to get finished. No, wait, the other guy's going to get finished. Non-stop for 3 rounds like this.
Hokit just took it to Blaydes, bro, and just tore up his face, and then Blaydes took it right back to Hokit and just hit him with everything but the kitchen sink, and this guy just kept coming forward, man. This is like Homer Simpson when he was fighting for sandwiches against the homeless people in the episode of The Simpsons. Like, this is insane. Like, does he have a helmet in there, Brett?
I think Curtis Blaydes statistically landed more punches throughout the fight. Certainly in the first 2 rounds, I think he landed more. Third round was pretty close. But it's a damage business. And who had the most damage? Curtis Blaydes' kite. His face looked like chopped liver, didn't it? Absolutely busted all over the place. How Hokit never got cut, I'll never know. The shots he shipped in there, insane. Big left hands, big right hands, knees to the face, elbows to the face. Just relentless, all-out action, like you would expect in the lightweight or the welterweight division. That's the level of output from 2 fucking big 250-pound behemoths. It was, quite frankly, the fight of the year, and will be the fight of the year come the end of the year.
Yeah, right. He was almost imitating a drunk guy perfectly. Yeah. Like, I think this kid's got something. I don't know what, but to be able to do that in the middle of a fight, that you're getting hammered.
Unreal.
And I do think, Kenny, you know, it's almost, when I was looking at it, because Blaydes is a lot heavier and bigger than him, it's almost like when you get in a car crash and you're drunk, you just go with the punches. And he was, I don't want to say rolling the punches, but he was relaxing with the punches. I think
the drunken kung fu, right?
That was drunken monkey. Yeah, right there. That's what he was doing. Drunken monkey.
I think the thing that impressed me the most is, like, I guess his ability to take punches and then seemingly just like catch his 2nd and 3rd and 4th win. I mean, I would characterize his cardio as both awful but then surprisingly good at times. You know, it was like all of a sudden I thought he was ready to pass out and be done, and then all of a sudden he was throwing 4 punch combinations. So he's an enigma, man.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't remember any other heavyweight fight that's been that back and forth, that much action packed, and of course the storyline to build to go with it, right? For me, I think Hokit is doing all the right things. He's building a storyline. He's got the persona. He's willing to commit to the act. Somehow, some way, he could remember a 16-bar recital after the fight for a post-fight speech. That in itself is so impressive. After getting your head battered back and forth like a ping pong table. You know what I mean? So I give the guy credit, because for him to do all the showman stuff that he's doing, it's very, very impressive. And to beat a guy like Curtis Blaydes, who had no desire to quit because he did not want to lose to that man. So hats off to Curtis Blaydes, put on a great fight. I know he fractured his orbital bone, and I think his nose as well. Tough fight. I mean, he took some monster shots. And for me, I'm just excited to see where Hokit goes from here.